Okay, so the name of our film is Thread. So our story is about a girl named Poppy, and she's talking about her problems to like her doctor, and she goes into like her own mind palace, and as she's going down, she opens up different doors, and these different doors show different memories, and like it starts off like just happy memories, you know, like she gets like a doll, but the more doors she opens, the more like creepy the memories get, and the more like she finds out. And when she reaches the end of the hallway, she finds her old doll, and she then the camera will flip round, and she will see the doctor standing behind her like as an evil presence.
Okay, so who's she talking to at the beginning?
Like the doctor, basically.
And then how do you make the transition into the mind palace?
Oh gosh. So
How does the audience know that you're in a mind palace?
It's just going to start off with like them just talking,
Yeah.
and then she's going to start talking about it, and then it's going to go into her mind. Like, it's going to be like a.
How do you know?
flash.
How's the audience going to know?
It's going to be like a flash, so it transitions into her walking down to her.
So isn't that just going to look like she's an ordinary flashback, like walking down a corridor of a building? Do you know what I mean? How's the audience going to know it's inside her mind? Because she's opening the doors, which aren't real. They're just that's in her mind where the doctor's triggering aspects of her memory, right? How's the audience going to know that? How are you going to make that clear visually to the audience? I understand you're going to use a flash and whatnot, but that kind of has connotations of a flashback, which is a real event that happened. You're going into the mind. How are you going to portray that visually?
We could, we could have it say like the doctor's going to tell her to go into her mind, and then we could have her like close her eyes, like have her close up her closing her eyes, and then they reopen and she's in her palace. And as she's walking down, there's going to be they're going to be talking like over it.
Okay. So you can have a voiceover.
Yeah. So as she's walking down, she's going to be explaining like the memories and stuff.
Okay, that's cool. Sounds really good. I like it.
Oh yeah, our primary audience is going to be because it's a 12A, it's going to be like families, and they're not going to be like 18-year-olds or something. But it's going to be like mainly horror fans, or people who are just interested in that sort of like psychological side of things. This is going to teach. It's going to teach people about like all the different like this. It's going to. It's going to. Lots of people are going to be able to watch this, because it's not only just going to be a horror. It's also going to be a learning experience. Because people, as they watch this, they're going to find out about the psychological side of things. So like what affects people, and like what happens like repressing memories and stuff, and what happens if you unlock it. The roles.
Guys, can you keep your voices down? Sorry.
Yeah, so the set roles are Jess is going to be director, I'm director of photography, Ryan's the primary editor, and Will's sound and lighting. But obviously we're all going to be like producers and stuff, and we're all going to like trade off in like different roles and stuff, because it's all like there's only 4 of us, so obviously we're going to have to help out with some roles if we can. So it's not set. We're going to use the Canon XF100, a tripod, a boom pole, and a microphone.
Sorry guys, I'll ask again. Can you keep voices down in these presentations? They're being filmed. Just go outside.
Our main props are going to be a doll, a doctor's coat, and a thread, which is a common theme throughout the whole thing. Here's our budget. That's it. Any questions?
Scary doors.
We've got links.
Tell me a little bit more about your audience research and how that links in with your idea. What constraints did it put on your idea?
Well, because it's a 12A, we obviously can't have like we can't show like loads of gore, and it can't be overly scary. So we couldn't have like a murderer running around. We can't show like in the bad memories. We can't show specifically what happened to her. We can only like imply what happened to her.
But in terms of like focus groups you did, what have you learned from that process? What have you learned about the audience from the focus groups? What did you do? What audience research did you do?
I don't know what you mean. Like,
so, in the audience research process, what audience research have you done?
well, the focus group, and that's about it.
Okay, so what did you learn from that?
We learned that sounds and like music can build up suspense, and that adds to the creepiness and atmosphere of it. But also having lack of sound, like it completely silent, can also be equally as creepy.
What, is that you learnt that directly from the audience?
Yeah,
members?
that's what I learned from.
Okay, so what did you show them?
We showed them. What's the name of the film? The one where. Yeah, I think which one was her doing the clapping game? Yeah, the Conjuring. Yeah, Conjuring was the one I learned, that the lack of music can also.
Okay, so you're going to include elements of that in this film.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Sam. I'm really sorry about the people interrupting your presentation from outside.